I'm ready for Tuesday.
Very ready for Tuesday.
Very ready for Tuesday.
The fact that you guys had the action before I even heard it, wow. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of More to Follow. We had a jingle. Shall we repeat it?
Not
Shall
copy
we?
paste.
Guy, nilikuwa excited the last time.
Give me a product to sell.
This one.
This phone.
Yeah.
Nyole waikara na hado kirafu-ine okaheo mboco na ngwaci ti nyama tarataku nĩ tondũ ndũrĩ na iPhone 12 iPhone 12 ĩgũka na iOS Photoshop atumia mathĩna ngwaci na nyama okorwo urenda kũgũra tucerere gwitũ haha Sandalwood Apartments hakuhĩ na All Star Beauty Training College. Wait, tuendelee by the be serious baby.
I never get tired of that, way. And the fact that I don't even understand half of it, but it's too funny.
It's just going sideways.
Kids have their own world. Anyway, on More to Follow, from our last episode, we had a very interesting discussion on platonic friendships, which we dive deeper into believing or asking if you believe that men and women can have platonic friendships, which brings us to our second question. Have you benefited from them? So, as usual, we start with our gorgeous Owen.
Of course. I mean, the complexity and completeness, the entire universe that is a female human being or a woman, a lady, a girl, is amazing. So I have benefited numerously on so many ways, or numerous factions or in thoughts and growth, especially when it comes to not intending to understand women, but experiencing and just delving into what it is to view life as a woman, what it is to go through life as a woman. And yeah, I'm grateful for it and I'm better for it. So all of my platonic friendships, like genuine friendships, are just amazing.
You said experience women, not understand them.
Yeah, that's my whole take on life. Understand, when you attempt to understand someone, you understand it as brewing a certain set of facts or logics.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like there's a framework for it.
Yeah.
But human beings are beyond that. Like, experience someone. I know what makes Raphael tick. So if I love you for who you are. You know, you're the things I struggle with you, the things I love about you, the things I feel like are great about you and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's very interesting. Hey, na hapa ndo alikuwa atuambia hana content.
Where madam?
It's me. I'm always used to being the last one.
Sorry, no, I remember that soundbite for. I think it's what's King Kalala.
Yeah.
Ati that one for nitakudinya. Ataka ni miaka 2, miezi 3.
Nimekumak nitakudinya.
Yeah, I just remember that other game from the previous episode, and I'm like,
well, yes. My benefits from. I think I even thrive more in platonic friendships than I thrive in normal friendships, because with normal friendships it's more of like niaje kupa bas, and I don't dive deeper into that. But with platonic friendships, I feel like we have a level of understanding that just vibes towards each and every one of us, that I can actually sense when RJ is not okay. I can sense when Owen is not okay.
Actually, it's true. Yeah.
Like
our sixth sense is
you
always
just
amazing,
behave
guys.
a certain way, and I'm like, hey, uko sawa. And you know, that level of understanding feels very good to me, because so many times, even though we don't talk about mental issues a lot, we are all going through something. And as much as we're trying to make it a lifestyle, which we should stop, it's easier when you have people around you, surrounding you, who can understand what you're going through at a certain moment and every time, and know how to deal with it. Because dealing is rare. The problem is we really don't know how to deal with most of the issues usually that we experience out here. But with a platonic friend, unajua ile tu, I'm like, hey babes, I'm not feeling okay. Kidogo mtu wako hapa akwambia shika hug. Nothing much, just shika hug. Hey, your hug unitoa in the pits of hell, and heaven's gates are open easily. I have benefited a lot, and advocate for people learning how to build these platonic friendships. Yeah. RJ?
Mtemi?
Ni mtemi si RJ. Nataka
RJ
mniobey.
karaoke.
I'm going through a lot of problems. That, in fact, that should be the title of the episode. Nataka mniobey. I'm going through a lot of problems.
You know, actually wrote that on a note on IG and people didn't get it's a meme. So people were flooding my DMs like, yo, are you okay? I'm like, kwani hamjaona meme?
This is why you post nonsense the way I do every once in a while, just to get people get ready.
It might not just be the meme. They could know the meme, but you see, just because of what it evokes, and they're like, hold up. She said she could be communicating, and once that
I was
concern
actually
kicks in,
communicating, but I didn't think it would be deep because there are people who even took the step forward and called, and I was like, yo, it's life. Life is doing the thing. It's not that deep. I'm not killing myself anytime soon. It's just a meme. I am resonating to that meme at this particular moment, but things can get better. Yeah.
Question before I answer. Are we limiting ourselves to heterosexual friendships, or are we also including homosexual friendships?
Wait, the Chiloba story is still fresh.
No. Like, I'm using it heterosexual.
Oh, guy, unaona public schools and private schools. Anyway.
Oh my God, English language. Because there's no other way of. Anyway.
I think both. In both scenarios.
Okay. Personally, I feel men friendships are they're founded on nonsense, but they're so. When they work, like they really work. When they don't work, anyway. But that's fine. That's a story for another day. Have I benefited quite a bit? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, even physically.
yeah, I mean, the hugs are a great thing. You just mentioned the hugs, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ulikuwa nafikiria ni
Hey, jamani.
Mind in the gutter.
subversion. Tulisema ni subversion.
Unajua bado tujagugu hiyo jina inamaanisha nini?
Itabidi umenota. Side note. Well,
Subversion.
but she didn't have a side note.
Yeah, she didn't.
Yeah. But
You
go on.
know, I'm still waiting for him to finish because you have to go back to the point where you brought forward that women don't know how to handle this.
Emotionally multitasking. Yes.
Yeah.
I did not. I go on air to confirm. I did not say they don't know how to handle it. It's just that in my experience, that it's a
women.
different dynamic.
Oh.
That I don't know a lot of women who stayed in friendships where they actually had feelings for this guy and then decided to just be their friend for the rest of their lives.
Okay, story of my life. Nakwanga tu napoteza tu
Guy.
ma friendships huku nje
Me,
because
I have friends. Okay, I'm really bad when it comes to friends, to be honest. Mimi nikisha boeka nimeboeka, and it's a me problem. It's not even a they problem. But then I have friends that I've kept for years. Like I think my best friend who's male, even though we're not in touch as much nowadays.
Bestie.
He's not bestie. That's what I said. He's not bestie. He's best friend. We've been friends ever since class 1. And it's more of the growth we've seen together all through. And right now we even live in different counties. But each once in a while you just uko poa, nini. And when I'm back in Meru and when he's in Nairobi, we hang out, we have a good time, we catch up. Yeah, it's possible. It's very, very possible.
to expand on that physically that I said, from my experience, there's ukiwa in a courtship relationship setting, mtu wako atakwambia by the dad boards are the in thing. Ni sawa.
Guy, sorry. Wait, cut that eye. I've done something. I'm sorry. Wait. Okay, continue.
But I've had friends who bashed me. Ati uko na kitambi. Na uko na miaka ngapi? Hatutaki, you know. And they tell me, cheki, itabidi umeingia kwa gym. Itabidi umetoa kitambi. So naingianga gym, but sitoi kitambi. But anyway, so that aspect, and that helps me now connect with the mental. Because also going to the gym is like pure therapy, man. Tukienda ball Thursday inakwanga glorious. Unaenda home uko na injuries kama ya sita, but Fred unaingia job and it's a whole different ball game. Emotionally, for 2 reasons. One, because there's a duty to care that you have. to this person. You have to take care of their emotions, and that forces you now to become emotionally mature to some extent, because you don't want to give people a boyfriend experience on a
Friendship tender.
friendship budget. It's not even a tender. It's a budget. You're planning for it. You're not even going to, oh my God, I'm going to fight with this mic. Anyway. So there's the emotional maturity. So I know that we can make jokes with Konene. I can tell her that I love her. But I'm also cognizant not to allow our hearts to gravitate to one another. Because then now that opens a can of worms, and it makes things a bit difficult. So the intent that you're talking about in the previous episode comes into play. So, and as a person, you grow from that experience. You grow from being that guy who's just doesn't care about people to a guy who's like so reliable. People want to be with them. Mentally, of course, there's certain challenges when you cross over a certain threshold with some babes, and they start being honest with you based on personal experience. They will challenge the fuck out of you. It's insane. Like, hey, because your boys will just tell you, it's a simple XYZ and stuff like that. But there's a certain way that a babe will look at that situation, that scenario, that problem, and you're like, fuck. I have to think through things. I have to start from scratch. It's like devil's advocate kind of thing. They poke holes where a guy ordinarily wouldn't poke holes. In terms of empathy, in terms of what else?
Entirely. Like, I mean, I think Demi RJ has taken out of my mouth. I was to let everyone have the seance and seeing and say, but if I can truly like give one thing, because if you know me, you know that the thing I'd celebrate most about myself is my emotional capacity or my emotional depth. Now, like he said, you'd not find a lot of guys who are able to even tap into that. It has come, the cultivation of it's culminated from the very many interactions I've had with women from all ages, young girls. I am a very just disclaimer. I know young girl sounds really wrong, but yes, like females who are younger than I am, to my age
younger
girls, to my age mates, to people who are older, to my mothers, my grandmothers, and it's always really it's nourishing. It nourishes the mind. So, like he said, the way they challenge you, like I mentioned, how they make you think differently, and I thrive in that. So I don't, I'm not saying I haven't met a lot of guys who want that, who have the present. And I think that was one of the benchmarks or the hallmarks of Raphael's and my Raphael and my friendship, or our friendship, or the friendship between Raphael and myself. So yeah, because I was like to make it sound correct, but it's those things, and that's for me. That's how I benefit, and that's a standpoint for who I am and how I operate. Like emotionally, gives me my mental fortitude, which my identity is secure, which has always been, and it also fuels how I am physically. So it's, again, I think I've said completeness and complexity a whole lot today, so I need to find other words, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
And even the spirituality bit, I forgot to tap into that. Whatever you ascribe to, that's fine. Spirituality being so emotive, more about how we feel and how it guides us to what we perceive as truth and good. Babes are far much better at that than dudes are. Far much better. And so, personally, I get challenged when I see my friends taking their spirituality, their faith, and those journeys so seriously, it inspires. It's not even challenging. It becomes inspirational. There's a friend who I was thinking New Year's, sherehe nini. Then akaniuliza, kanisa yenu mko na service fast? I was like, I had not even thought about that, and personally being a Christian, ascribing to that faith, starting right with God in that aspect. Maboys tunafikiria tu venye tutaenda kuchoma nyama mahali, hiyo story ishe, nini, things like that. But this person is that many steps ahead in that journey. Yeah, that's not to say that there are guys who are not like also elevated in terms of spirituality and stuff like that. But if we're to take like the entire demographic, majority of the babes tend to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of the guys. I mean, just look at how churches are full.
Okay. Having 5 minutes left for this episode, I think to me.
That was smooth. Well done.
Thank you. Ooh. Anywho, kuna venye unajua kizungu yenu ni mingi and I'm trying to bring the point home. That.
So next episode we'll talk purely in Swahili.
No, we can't. Hata hiyo ni shida.
Anywho,
there's an understanding that comes with having platonic friendships that is different. In that, see, when you guys talk about maturity, babes are more mature, all that. Which is true, because I know guys who are even way older than me. Not more mature. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. There's a maturity that comes with babes that is different with men, and there's a maturity that comes with men that is different with babes. But then, am I right?
Yeah.
That's
brilliant.
You put it so well. Even if I had a rebuttal to that,
there's no
at that
rebuttal.
point, I'm an asshole. So yeah, it was.
He said it. We did anyway. So like, understanding human behavior, human characteristics, human personalities, it's kind of difficult even to this age. Mpaka wa leo, there's some things people do and you wonder, how is this person?
Who brought you up?
Take me through your train of thought so that I see how you came up to this decision and why you're acting like this. It happens so many times. But then when you're in those platonic friendships, for example, me being a girl, you being a guy, when you explain what you as a guy you're going through, and maybe I meet another guy in future and he's going through that, it makes it very easier. Like, I can basically kind of understand.
Yeah.
I won't be as blank as is, because nowadays we hate it when it's like, I'm sorry to put them at last, but I have a few friends who bado hawajakuwa very open about girls' hygiene, for example. Maybe periods and all that. They still cringe when I say I'm on my periods. Nowadays we're very open about it, and when I get to the office, I'm like, I'm grumpy, I'm on my periods, don't at me today. Don't. But their guys will be like, ew, why are you announcing that? And I'm like,
on overdrive mode, how to make things better. You didn't have the chocolates,
because of having those big friends around you, they made you realize that the first action you should take when somebody says that is, how do I make it better? Me, I'm announcing it, not because I want anyone to make it better. I just want you to understand, I'm not on your case today.
Yeah.
It's just I'm very grumpy today because this is it. Like, there's a whole lot of biology going on that is even too much for me to fathom. So it will be easier if you maintain your space, I maintain my space. Simple as that. Platonic friendships have brought an understanding to me that has never been there before, and I'm very grateful for that.
Na hiyo stuff ya period unaweza apply for leave, inakuanga 9 months.
Okay, unajua there are countries that have actually leave. wait no, not have shindwe hiyo pepo watu taki waka. Those cocomelon demons are a lot. They are a lot.
Strangers in the belly.
But there are countries that actually offer women like those 3 days off for you to go, because anyway, it's a dynamic.
That's a whole week. 2 days leave day, 3 days of periods. That's a whole week. That's a whole work week that you just, and then sasa ungeze 1 day for me time. So in like 20
people
days.
Who get me time during the weekdays.
Imagine.
That must be nice.
Tunakuanga na hiyo kwetu.
Astaghfirullah. You have like you literally go and tell your HR, I'm taking a me day.
Hey.
Isn't
Okay,
if I'm
did you tell your
where
hijab?
have I been working?
Uh,
You just go. You go missing.
yeah.
You know me if by 8 I'm not in the office. The phone calls at half. Hey, needy.
Ni sawa.
You have to apply. You have to physically apply. Like write a document. Apply why you're applying for this leave
Watu wa
day.
serikali hao.
And it has to be approved. Yes, you've applied, but it has to be approved. And then wambweni sawa unaweza enda. So you're halfway in Mexico shagging things and then you
Shagging things. Shagging things.
The choice of words.
But we understand that she meant that.
I meant
Metaphorically.
mojitos and cosmopolitans.
Just take it on face value.
Yeah,
You don't-
by the way, face value.
face value. That's it.
Face value.
Like I said,
And then it's
Kizimeno
why she
ni-
mentioned Mexico, Shaggy. Just the whole idea is just get ready. It's going wild.
Ngoja, last episode mlipiki promise kitu. Ilikuwa nini nimesahau?
hata mimi nishasahau.
That she would come to the show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she
Yeah.
comes, sorry, podcast. Sorry, not show. Yeah.
Okay, so maliza na another pinky promise. I don't know what.
Maybe I pinky promise with you that you're gonna bring me a boba tea next episode. Oh man, nimefanya this all about me. Women.
Conversation
March.
should have.
Guy, yeah, man, much. And we should even be alive by then.
You might not
Tutapush.
be alive anytime, but
No push
we shall,
me.
we shall drink the
Tutapush.
boba tea in your
honor.
I don't want it. You guys do it.
Whether she's here or not, we shall drink boba tea in March in her honor.
Yay.
I hope it tastes good.
All right, we need to wrap up this podcast now. And I think I'm gonna push it forward to any one of you who has a side note or anything to say before we wrap it up.
Emotionally multitask. I'm still on that side note. We didn't discuss it.
We're gonna discuss it on the next.
Oh yeah, in the next episode. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, beautiful people. Yeah. It's funny, since we're talking about pleasant experiences, look at how we use pleasantries in
Starting
like
and
a paradox.
ending, yeah.
So like
Yeah.
pleasantries and then the lack of the intimacy in it, and then here we're using pleasant. Like I love the language. So it has nothing to do with the topic, but well. Cheers. Ciao.
Bye. We'll be back.
Mtemi na sababora.